Okay, we're still currently working on my Honda Civic wiring. We did find out where the signal is being sent is this white with the red wire. You can see I got a new wire on there going all the way down. I got it going into the casing all the way down to this plug. And if you're looking at this plug, it's gonna be that connection. Let me check. See the white with the red wire? So it's on the middle three. It's gonna be the left one. When I turn it, it'll be the right one. That's that wire in there. So it's all factory looking. Looks great. We're gonna. Oh, also we put a new. This is your temperature sensor connector. This was actually the old one that was on it. You see where I guess the clamping came off on it. But I had a hard time taking out the terminal out of the casing. So I had a manager at AutoZone tell me to use these for that one terminal. I'll let you get the part number. It's a weatherproof female bullet connector. Part number 85268, and I tried it on the actual temperature sensor and it fits like a glove snug, and you really got to tug on it to pull it back off. And I like the way it fits perfect. You see how they're kind of split, and it's probably a little bit smaller, but you can squeeze it down a little bit and slide it on there pretty good. Worked out perfect. And also there was another section of the harness that we repaired. It is over here. This is your actual connector for your electric fans. I saw there was a little small blue wire that was coming off of that somebody cut and spliced into this wire right here. So I took the terminals out of this connector casing and pulled it out of the rubber. You see that there's a rubber grommet in the back of it, and I made sure green was on the bottom when you're looking at it in the front. I checked that out before I pulled it off. So green goes on the bottom, black goes on top. And once I got it out of that rubber seal, I was able to put a shrink wrap tube over it, clean it up pretty good, and shrink it down to where it's real nice and tight so that water doesn't get to it and corrode the terminal. And I smashed the terminal back through that rubber thing. Connects factory. Looks good. So this is what it looks like now. It's just a good harness. Now I gotta retape everything back up from all that tape I took off, so it's gonna look nice and black and shiny. So we're barely getting it done now. And what time is it, baby? Oh, let me see what time it is. It is 4:25. We got a couple more hours of work I'm gonna do to it. I'm calling it a day, and I'll finish it up tomorrow. Let's see if I can get as far as I can today. Okay, just to let you know where we at. Here, I'll show you the car, what it looks like with no engine harness. There's your battery tray. Well, that's the battery tray. That's the battery tray bracket. Positive terminals. This is what your car looks like with no engine harness at all. See, there's the hole where it goes in. I'm gonna have all that nice and clean before I start putting it back together. Well, at least that area where all those leaves and crap are. I don't want to wet anything else until everything's plugged in and it's got their little special weatherized seals when they plug each other in. Okay, this is for 1999 Accord. 1999 Honda Civic, 1.6 liter wiring harness repair. It's not hard to disconnect everything. You just got to be patient. Undo the little clips that attach it to certain areas so that the wire doesn't hang. Make sure that all your connections pop when you're plugging them in, and tug on them so that you know it won't slip back off. And this should be a no-brainer. But yeah, the short was at the beginning where the computer is, and I'm hoping the computer still sending out the information that it should. Hopefully that didn't get ruined with the bad short that it had. But yeah, the short was over here. What happened was, I guess it was getting super hot, and it was pushing this little metal, the white with the red back. So I guess the vibration of the car just lets it push out or whatever. But that's the, oops, this right here, you can see an arrow on it. Barely get it to focus. Let me try to focus. There it is. You see that little arrow right there? That is showing you that's the signal from the computer, and on the back it'll be white with the red stripe. That was my problem, and I went ahead and switched out the whole wire and did it all factory. So now I got a good engine harness, and it's going back in. Ooh, let me see, focus on that. So that's the spaghetti I was working with. Now to put it all back in. So I'm gonna start from the engine or the inside cab, work my way out. Probably only get the inside cab and the computer back mounted and the computer cover back on, and then I'll start working on the engine compartment tomorrow. It's all about hooking everything up. Hook it up. All right, see everybody later. Bye.